Hello and welcome to my channel. It's the Network Specialist. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Everything I will discuss in this video is alleged and in my very own opinion, used for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so today I will be reacting to Toya's interview that she did with Lip Service with Angela Yee, okay? Because she's going to talk about a lot of things that we had questions about. So basically, she's going to set the record straight and we are going to get all of our questions answered, okay? Hey, Sharon Gottwald, thank you so much for being here. And put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, Sharon. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, perfect. Thank you so much for that, Sharon. Well, before I do that, let me go ahead and remove this. All right. And you guys should be able to see it. Let me just go ahead and expand my screen. All righty. Perfect. And we're going to start from this point just to skip all of the other stuff.
I just recently did have Dr. Simone on Way Up.
You did?
And we had a whole conversation just basically talking about how much we love seeing like accomplished women with accomplished men, the family, like all of that. It's just a beautiful thing to see.
Yes, I actually think I sent her your post from the Way Up, and I was like, "Look at you."
Yeah. Yeah, and
did
we're proud of you too. So you're in your houses, by the way,
Girl.
And I don't know
Okay, not plural.
Yeah.
Girl, the cherry blossom tree in the middle of the
It's very
closet.
peaceful. It's very peaceful.
It's gold.
It's very
You gotta stop.
girly.
It's gold.
But this
Very
is,
much.
no,
It's
I don't want to stop. Okay, this is where we're going in life. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to get better and better. And really and truly, I mean, what is wrong with having multiple homes?
You are the first person I saw with a 2-story closet.
I was like,
And guys, if you did not see my recap on yesterday, I did do a recap on yesterday of episode 4. So please go and check that out.
you see what I'm saying?
and you
really and truly, it was out there.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't out there for us.
You know, it's so interesting because you'll have a dream house and then be like, actually, I bought another plot of land.
Right. Yep.
And we're actually going to build a
We're
dream
actually
house.
building another dream
I
house.
tell people, I'm like Barbie in that sense. Barbie had multiple dream houses. She did. Barbie had a mobile bill. Remember the mobile home? Barbie had these
She had the
things.
RV.
And it was okay.
She had a Corvette. She
Right,
had a
that
house.
part.
She had a
She
mansion.
started the tiny house trend.
Let's manifest a Barbie, a Toya Bush Harris Barbie. I
Okay.
think that can happen.
I will take that.
So guys, I guess Toya Bush Harris is the new Barbie girl. She's fixing to get served looks, homes, bags, everything, cars.
still have my Cynthia Bailey Barbie.
Ooh,
I
that's
do.
a fact.
From back in the day.
I just got my
I
Debbie
do.
Allen Barbie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
the Aaliyah. Is she a dancer?
Yes. And it's so cute.
Oh, it's so
What did you think you were going to be when you were young?
Oh, I was initially I was going to be a computer aided drafter. That's what I wanted to go into.
A what?
A computer aided drafter. Back in the day, that was an architect that was fancy.
Okay.
And
I
you
was
did it
gonna
on
say.
your computer and all that kind of good stuff. And then I went to school, and when I got to college, somebody was like, "You would be a great teacher."
You went to TSU, right?
I did. I went to TSU for about a year and a half, following my boyfriend at the time. You know,
We know how that goes.
it is what it is. I was with him for 6 years, so I give him his props. But then I came into my own, went back home, started working for the University of Phoenix, and I was like, well, maybe let me just hurry up. I'm gonna get this little business degree, you know, little business. And I was always a salesperson, so.
And you're from Detroit.
I am.
You know,
born and raised.
we got our little
We all
ties.
got our little
Yes.
Detroit connection.
Yeah, New Yorkers and Detroit people, we get along. Okay, that's what we do. We
And the
real
women
people.
are hustlers
Yeah,
in both.
We
cities.
can't help it.
And
We
they
don't
can do
know
some
nothing
hair.
about. I don't know why the people think
That's very interesting. I never knew that Toya was from Detroit, but yeah, I can definitely see her being a Detroit girl for sure.
Thing. I'm just sitting over there living off my husband because that's
Right.
impossible for
I
a
was going
Detroit
to ask you
person.
about that.
It's impossible for a
Yeah.
Detroit woman. Okay, we're gonna go get it. If anything, I push him so much that the people say he's tired.
Mhm.
Okay,
He
that's what
was.
they're saying.
He's
Should
tired
be.
because he got a long commute.
Oh, he got very much so. Okay, but let's be clear. I don't want my husband to come off as somebody that's competing with me.
Mhm.
But I think that I did marry the type of man that's like, I want to do for her what she can do for herself and do it better.
Mhm.
And so I love him for that.
Mhm.
Hey, if you want to work your ass off, go right ahead. Okay. But look, when I need you though, show up.
It's interesting because I remember on the episode when you asked your sons how they felt about him, and they were like, "We're fine."
But that's not a good thing.
Mhm.
And you know, it's funny. We were talking about that earlier today because I was like, honey, you keep saying that in your green screen. Stop it. Because really and truly, it's not okay that they don't see a difference between you being here and not being here.
Mhm.
Okay. They need you now. Like
Mhm.
I've raised them to be great.
I totally agree with that statement. If there's no difference from when your dad is home and when he's not at home, then Eugene is not doing enough. Like they should really miss their dad when he's not there. So that means that he's not spending enough quality time that, they don't even, realize when he's gone because he's not that involved.
Boys, but men,
Yeah.
man, I don't
That's
I
on
don't
him.
know. I don't know if
How old
God
are they
equipped me
now?
for that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, you're right.
Right.
And he is there, and you guys are married, but you want him to just be more present.
It's present. Like tonight, he's at home with the boys. And I said, hey, Avery has a final exam in the morning. Just sit with them, ask them a couple of questions. Are y'all gonna cook dinner together? Have that
Mhm.
bonding male moment. And I understand it because I was a daddy's girl. You know what I'm saying? And without my father, oh God, I don't know what I would have been. But I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, well, Jordan.
No, it's good.
I
I'm
would
a
say
daddy.
Jordan
I'm a
is a
daddy.
daddy's
I'm a
girl.
You're a daddy's
too.
girl?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what it's like.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And
Yeah.
he's not ever a man I would want to emulate.
Okay, not at all.
You know what I mean?
But men
Like,
can't
I
put
need-
nothing over on us
Correct.
because we've seen it all.
That part.
That part.
Heavy on that
You
part.
see what I'm saying?
Yes.
That part.
So the toleration has to be peak.
And listen, the boys got to learn how to take out the garbage. That is one thing in my house that is like,
Walk past that garbage one more time.
yeah,
While it's overflowing.
yeah,
That part.
like learn how to double bag.
Okay.
That.
Okay, because
Listen,
we
my
had
man
to
don't
wash
even know how to
dishes.
use the dishwasher.
Oh, we didn't have a dishwasher.
Right. We had to wash the dishes.
Girl, we didn't have a mop. Okay, my mother was like, "What do you need a mop for?" It's called
Right.
hands and knees. You get in the
Get a
crevices.
sponge.
Okay.
Yeah.
That part, yes.
Cinderella
Absolutely.
style.
Hands and
Yes.
Okay, so does it bother you when people say that? Because I've seen that, like, oh, he's got to work so hard because she wants this house and she wants the
I
cherry
think the
blossom.
people just mad,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I don't know why, because we as Black women deserve.
See, I told you it works.
Yeah, but does it work for
That's
someone
this
who's in
commercial.
$20,000
It's
debt? What
like
about
4, 3,
$50,000 in
2,
debt?
Yeah,
1.
All of that.
Mhm.
We deserve a man that's like, I want to take care of you. We deserve to have a man that
Now, I'll have to admit that I was one of the ones saying that, Toya got her man over there breaking his back, trying to kill himself to pay for this extravagant lifestyle. So make sure you listen up closely because Toya's going to let you guys know that she makes her own bag as well. Okay.
is intelligent and that is setting the way for our children. You know what I'm saying? He is a great example to follow. And so why are you hating on this man for wanting to spoil his wife?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. I make a lot of money and he knows it. You know what I'm saying? I just told him the other day, I said, hey, you should be very happy. You don't have to pay for any of this. You know what I'm saying? But when I need you to, you can. And I appreciate that.
How do you guys split the finances? Because I think that's always
you know me.
interesting. No, you know why? Because
I wanted to know.
And Sharon said that's not good at all when the kids don't seem to be bothered if their father is there or not. Exactly, Godball. And the fact that, he's just so good with that, like you got 2 sons, like you need to be active, because at this point, Toya's feeling like a single parent. And that's not good when you have sons.
I talk about finances a lot when it comes to,
Okay.
like I have a Wealth Wednesday segment on my other show. And so finances, I think, are a big thing when we think about like getting married and like this person makes this, I make this, but how, and there's always that conversation.
So let's be clear. That's the first time anyone has ever asked me that question. And so I can appreciate it. Thank you for giving me the floor to tell y'all all about it. Okay. So how we started. I was, when we first married, a pharmaceutical rep, and I only paid for the electrical bill, the cable bill, the small bills. That
you
was
was
under
like, turn that heat on.
right, about $80. If the bill was under 100, that was my bill. Okay,
who ordered Netflix?
Exactly. Now it's not like that. Okay, so I paid for my son's tuition, which is about $30,000 per kid.
That's
I pay
no
for
joke.
anything they have to do as far as their clothing. I pay for all of our homes, any down payments for our homes, any furniture. Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes, but he pays the mortgage.
Okay,
And
but that
so-
down payment's a big
Oh,
chunk.
baby.
That's
That down
a big
payment.
chunk.
I think I misspoke and said 400,000 on ETV, but it was really 600,000. Eugene, he corrected me later. He was like, no, what you put down was 600,000.
How did y'all come to that conversation and agreement?
Okay, guys, I just want to make sure you heard that Toya said that she put down the down payment on this new house, and it ended up being around 600,000. So it sounds like Toya making some money. Okay, she's not going to really go into details specifically about where her money is coming from. I'm pretty sure a large portion of that comes from the show. But like Toya said, she has always been a hustler, and Toya is very smart. At the end of the day, when it comes to what Eugene does as a doctor, Toya really helps Eugene out a lot with making decisions. Now, sometimes I feel like she oversteps her boundaries when just almost taking charge. But at the end of the day, Eugene is lucky to have Toya in his corner when it comes to his career, for sure.
When I said we're moving, he said, okay.
You're paying for it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
But even
Okay.
initially, how did y'all, like, even when y'all were just starting?
When we had built that house, we both loved our first home that we built, but we didn't know that it wasn't a custom build. So we ended up building the second home in Alpharetta, Georgia. Shout out to Alpharetta. And we're over there, and it was great, but I just didn't feel like that was the end all be all. The housing market was booming. And when I tell you, my neighbors were making millions of dollars off old homes. And I was like, well, just think about how much we could make.
Right.
Ours is only 2
brand
years
new
old.
home.
Right. And it was great. And so he was like, as long as you're doing it and it makes sense. And so I was like, well, let me just find something closer to our boys' school, the bus. Because at the time we were driving them further. Yeah. It was about a 30-minute commute in the morning, 30-minute home.
Right.
And I was and that was to the bus. And then they had to take another
still have to
hour
get to school, right?
to go to school. And y'all get that life. Because that's how New York. Yeah.
Yeah, we know how
Absolutely.
that commute.
Yeah.
When I used to do mornings and be at work at like 5 a.m., it was a 15-minute drive. Now it's an hour.
Exactly.
It's a whole.
And Atlanta's traffic, if you have not been, it is not pretty. So you always are.
I don't know if anything compares to New York traffic though.
Really?
Sometimes I'd be like, let me just get on the train.
Atlanta's highway traffic is insane.
It's
It's worse than LA.
Yeah.
because sometimes in New York you'll be stuck on one block for like 20 minutes. On one block.
On the
And-
one block,
and-
Atlanta
well,
traffic, you might be stuck in the
You're gonna just
between
be
exits
stuck.
that
Right.
long,
And
especially
the
around
crazy
the
part is you're
downtown
stuck
connector.
from not
From the
even
Grady
5
curve.
o'clock. You're
Right.
stuck from like 3:30
Oh yeah,
to
listen.
like 7.
It's not a game.
Atlanta doesn't have rush hour. It's just all the time.
Everything.
It's all day, every day.
Yes.
It could
Yes.
be Saturday night after the club and it's traffic because they're doing
Yes.
construction on the highway.
That
Yes.
is
Especially now
crazy.
that FIFA is coming there, the
Oh my
World Cup and everything, they fixing everything up.
Yeah.
It's ready
It's
for FIFA. She
construction.
like, look.
It's construction and shit everywhere around Atlanta right now. They really cleaning it up though.
And they about to make some money.
that part.
Again.
Yeah. And listen, you also launched your own wine.
Yes, so
With
I had
Kendall
a wine
Jackson.
club. It was
Mhm.
great with Kendall Jackson. They are amazing. But I'm doing some other things too
Like
now.
what?
I actually have been working with some builders on
Yes, I
because
wanna-
everybody
Let them know, Toya. You got some other things going on too. Let them know.
like
HGTV.
because you're
love
speaking it
building.
into existence.
Yeah.
So I've been working with some building just on some design aspects, and so
Okay.
that's been very helpful and fun to do because I actually will do it
I
for
mean,
free.
you have the
Mhm.
experience.
Yeah, and I love it, and I would do it
Yeah.
for free. And
And that's the great thing about being on reality TV. There are so many eyes watching you, and apparently somebody was watching and they see how creative Toya is, when it comes to building out these homes. So, I mean, who knows what this could turn into for Toya, as well as her even getting her own TV show on HGTV or something like that. So, I'm excited to see what opportunities come from Toya being on this reality TV show for sure.
It's the difference between what I'm doing and me coming in and just spending my own money is different when it's someone else's.
Oh man,
And
you
so
can
I'm
really
asking,
go all out. Right?
well, or you can lose your job. So I gotta say, hold on, what's your budget? Okay. So we're doing that kind of thing, and hopefully, I'm speaking into existence. I've been on this show for 12 years. It's time for me to start getting my own show together.
I want to say, so how do you feel like, because we saw the last episode where the women were getting all in your business.
Oh, okay.
About
what season
aren't
is
they
that?
always
What season is that?
Aren't they always in Toya's business?
Where do you think all this criticism stems from when it comes to your marriage?
My castmates are hard workers.
Mm-hmm.
They love to work. It's a part of their DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were raised to work instead of pamper. And when they see a woman like myself, they want to put the pamper princess. And it's like, they really didn't see me when I was working, to be honest with you. When I moved to Atlanta, I was probably working for maybe a year for Procter and Gamble. Before that, they didn't see my hustle. I hustled in Detroit like crazy.
Right.
Like I worked for Novartis, Pfizer. I did that, that life. But when I got married, I was like, this is not what I signed up for.
Yeah,
I want a man that can provide. And, when you need my help, I'm there though. I got it, but it is what it is. I think they're tired.
I want to ask you about this because I saw this and it made me think about like this post that was done about how like these blogs will spread fake rumors and false things.
Yeah.
So I know you've seen
my husband
this.
got another man, another woman. Ooh,
Whoa,
another baby.
whoa, I didn't see that. He like, hold up.
The devil is a lie. Sustain my rebuke.
A DNA test, another baby, a side baby, and you filed for divorce.
Honey,
but I only saw it on some random ass like,
random.
who is this?
I'm like, that ain't true.
No, so that actually went viral. When I tell you, my family was calling me, sending me this, like, hey, are you okay? Do we need to come down? I was like, no, I'm okay. We're good. I don't even know what that says. And to be honest, me and Jim, when we first saw it, we laughed about it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's offended now.
Right.
Wow. Like, he was like, why can't I just be a good dude? He was like, why do I have to, when I'm working, and be somewhere else and have a whole nother family? And who's this lady I got my hand around? He was like, what is all of this? He's like, is she real? I'm like, I don't know.
Now, y'all know that AI be doing too much, like creating a whole, side chick for Eugene. Like, oh my God, people be doing way too much.
You tell me. So now it's the running joke in our house. I'm like, oh, you going to see your other woman? Oh, you working on Christmas? Oh, I see you. I see you.
Because then the season starts and then we see he was gone. He got a 5-hour commute or 2. And he's in the ER. And they always say doctors, number one, as far as like occupations where men cheat and women too.
I didn't know that. But we had a mutual friend. It was so funny. Me and Eugene got in one of our first arguments because it was a friend of his and they were so tight. He was like, when I told her about what we were going through, I said, when you told who, ho, what, ho?
Who is she?
Who's this her?
Who, ho?
What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I mean, she's just a fellow coworker, but you know her, she cool. You don't know. We don't do that.
Business.
Yeah. Come to find out, maybe 2 years later, she was divorced, cheating with another doctor.
What?
Yes. And I said, see what I tell you?
Right.
You see what I'm telling you?
Now, y'all already know, like, sometimes men are so clueless. Now, Eugene, you should have known that you should not have been discussing your marriage with another woman. Okay. That's how those side chicks swoop in, because men start oversharing. And then the next thing you know, you got a whole side chick on your hands. No, we're not doing that, Eugene. Okay. And Sharon says, people think Toya just sits home and does nothing at all. She's a great businesswoman. If you can put $600,000 down yourself on a house, you got it going on. You better say say that, Sharon. Toya got it going on. She is running that household, okay? Like a well-oiled machine. She's holding down the household, the kids, and she bringing in a bag. Like at the end of the day, what people fail to realize, that's what most men want in their wives. Like, not only does she have a good husband, but Toya is a great wife. Let's not get it twisted.
The devil
And
is a lie.
Right.
that part. Okay. I told him I roll up. Don't have me roll up in the ER. Okay, because I will.
What I want to ask you about now, earlier you just talked about previous relationships. You had a 6-year relationship. So you've always been like a relationship type
I've
of.
always been in a relationship.
Yes. Why you made that face?
Because you know what? That was a big deal for me. I got into my first relationship in 8th grade. My son is in 8th grade.
Wow.
And
Kids are different nowadays.
Yes, girl. He done had multiples.
Ooh.
I don't know what he's doing. He needs to settle down.
In 8th
But
grade.
that's another topic. But in 8th grade, I got into my first relationship. I stayed in that relationship until I went to my first year at college in Tennessee State. And so we were together for 6 years. I was called the hussy by his mama, all that. And now she loves me to this day. Loves me to this day.
She watched the show like, girl, I
she's
see you.
like, well, she knew me beforehand, But then I got another relationship for 4 years. And I've always been in a relationship. And then one day I just was like, I'm done. The biggest relationship I had was with God. And I was with him for 3 years. No sex, no drinking. And it was amazing.
Wow.
Yes. Changed my life, changed my perspective on what I needed. I will never forget my friend telling me, she was like, write down everything you want in a man and don't be superficial. She was like, write down what you need, not what you want. And I was like, well, I need a man with money.
Okay.
Well, she was like, yeah, but what do you need? She's like, I need somebody I can trust. Number one, because I have trust issues.
Right.
So I put that on there. And I'm telling you, the things that came from that list, God said, I got that.
I got you.
That's
Where
easy.
do your trust issues come from?
My father. Yeah, my father. He was a gigolo. Is that what they call the
Yeah.
people?
A
Back
Rolling
then,
Stone.
he was a Rolling Stone. He'd blame everybody else, but he still is to this day. My father would sit here and flirt with you. He would ask for your number. He would walk you to your car.
Oh.
He would do all those
A
things.
gentleman.
Okay, he would buy you a drink.
What?
He's gonna dance with you all night. That is my father.
He's
to this
outside.
day. Yeah,
But-
he's outside.
So,
With his long coat.
so wait, so what was his relationship with your mom when you were growing up?
He's still in love. We
Okay.
need a Christmas movie. I'm trying to tell you, because they still argue like they were married, and they both been remarried and divorced, and he done cheated on her too.
What?
And at the end of the day, I think first love. My mother and my father were talking. They were going through the windows. You remember back in the day, you sneaking through somebody's window. That was him hiding in the closet. He got caught in the closet.
Oh, man. Scariest thing in the world, I'm sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Scariest thing in the world. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, but they were sweethearts for a long time.
Were you angry at your father for cheating on your
Who
mom?
in the world is angry at their daddy when they're young?
I'm just wondering because
That's
sometimes when
my
you're young,
father.
it also depends on how your mother frames it too. Because
she was not that mom.
okay,
She, the worst thing she would do is
I was the opposite of Toya. I had a dad like Toya, and I couldn't stand that ninja. Couldn't stand him, for the things he did to my mom, to us, not being there. So, no, that daddy's girl stuff, no, I'm sticking with moms every time.
I'll never forget she sat that child support checkout and it was like $80. And I was like,
what?
$80?
What is this?
Even back then, I knew that wasn't bad nothing, but that's what it was. And she never told me about the stuff. You know how I found out about stuff? Through my cousins.
Oh,
They was like, girl, your mama never told you she rolled up on the people at work. What? And she's like, that's what happened to your godmother. That's why you don't have one. I'm like, wait, what happened here? And you found out about it later because I was older. I was more mature. I could handle it, But as a child, my father was my everything, honey. He took me to McDonald's. He got me candy.
Right.
He was phenomenal.
The
How
Happy
did you
Meal.
perceive that when you found out?
I wish I could have been more empathetic to my mother back then, because I just felt like she, we weren't together anymore as a family. And so I was like, what's happening here? He's a good guy. That's my dad, never really understanding.
And she was protecting you.
Yeah. And she was. Yeah. And she did a great job. We had single parent household for a long time, but she did that. You know, she made sure she didn't just date everybody. I've never seen my mother bring random men through my house. Not at all. I remember one guy, Kenny. You know, and to this day, Kenny was great. She was like, Kenny opened my door, you know, and he was a great guy. And still to this day, he's a good guy.
How do you think being on reality TV has affected your marriage, or has it?
Ooh, reality TV, like my husband likes to say, is our therapy. You know, we're not perfect. We never portrayed ourselves as perfect. We do things that we're not proud of, and we hate sometimes that we do it on TV, like this next episode.
Oh, shoot.
Yes.
Prep yourself, y'all.
Prep myself, honey. I watched the clip and I was like, did I say that? How many times did I call these females bitches? I was like, what is going on? Like, I didn't know that I was so angry at that moment. And then he was so angry, and we just said some things that we were like, God, we can't take it back, you know? But it's a learning experience for us. You know, it's at a place where if the foundation is there, you're good, because we can go back and say, now, you know where you went wrong? I don't know. Even if you don't, pray on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fix me, you fix you. But really and truly, if our foundation,
I'm going to say this, out of all of the OG couples, meaning, you know, Dr. Heavenly, Damon, Simone, Cecil, Dr. Jackie, Curtis, I believe that if anybody's marriage can survive reality TV, it's going to be Toya and Eugene. Any one of those other three couples, which are the OGs on Married to Medicine, I can picture any one of those couples being in divorce court from what we've seen on this TV show. Real talk.
stays the way it is, nothing can break us. You know what I'm saying? God, he got it.
Girl, they be trying, y'all.
Yeah,
They do. They try us all the time. You know what I'm saying? They love to make
that U-Haul truck Halloween costume.
Girl.
What do you think in general about?
And you know she want me to borrow it because she might be moving herself. I told your secret.
Oh my gosh.
I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
What do you think about the portrayal of Black people on reality TV?
I think that reality TV is what people think. It's a modern day version of hustling on the street to me. You make that kind of money, you know, and I think people don't realize how hard it actually is until they're in it. So everybody wants to do it, right? And whether you're Black or white, it doesn't matter, because at some point they're going to see your worst side and they're going to see your best side, you know, and the public is going to like you or they're going to hate you. I think that's the hardest part about reality TV. It has nothing to do with color.
Like you could be the villain one year and the darling the next year.
And you could think you had a great season, you know, and then
come back.
Right. And that's actually one of the things that we're dealing with one of our castmates, because we're like, wait a minute, you just yelled at me through the whole filming process. And then as soon as you saw that the people had something to say about it, now you want to apologize. Your apology is not genuine, because when you said it, you meant it. But now you're voicing an apology, right, based on how the people perceive you. And we're not for that life. So Eugene says it's like therapy. I think it is scary sometimes because, you know, 12-year vet, you start feeling like you should know better. You know,
but they get you every time,
you know, or you just, God.
Good drivers could save up to $1,200 a year with Root Insurance. We celebrate good drivers with savings. Just download the app and get on the road for a bit. Root Insurance. Drive and save.
For senior women who keep going strong, discover lightweight, all-day comfort in your new wardrobe savior.
Gosh, you know, it's that fine line, because you want to be authentic, you know, and our show is known for being authentic, but then it's like, hey, pull back a little bit. You know, my sons are teenagers now. They're watching everything.
It's so different. They grew up. We watched them grow up.
Baby, my son, I just got the Instagram, him saying he wanted to open his account public. And he's like, Mom, but you can be the, you know, the manager over my account. And I'm like, can we just go back?
You're like, I'm just trying to manage my own account too, by the way.
Okay, like that has to be scary for Toya knowing that her sons want to be on Instagram now because now they're going to see everything. They're going to see what the fans and the viewers have to say, and that's going to get ugly. So now they're going to come back to her talking about what people are saying about their family. That is a scary moment when your kids want to be on social media.
Right. I don't even. I'm just starting to really block. Like, what are you doing?
Now, earlier before the show, we were talking about cruises, and like I was saying, my family's going on a whole cruise for the holidays.
So, which cruise line?
I don't know. Every year they try to get me to come, and I never go.
Okay, go. So if it's Carnival, don't go.
No,
okay?
no. My family's not
that's
doing no
the
Carnival
family.
cruise.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, no
it might be Norwegian, I think, or
Okay,
something.
or Royal.
Okay, I'm
so
not
we
sure.
went on
I heard
Royal
Virgin
Caribbean.
was
I
nice
was
too.
say
Virgin. I was gonna do a
Virgin
Virgin
is
tour.
cool for like the singles and y'all
Okay.
age group. I don't know about y'all, not my age group.
Girl,
but,
we
you
the
know.
same age group, girl.
I'm 50.
Okay, I'm
I'm
older.
50 in 4 months.
I'm with you.
tips.
I'm right here with you.
What?
Yes.
So Sam.
It must be the one.
Listen, I was freshman when y'all was
The
seniors,
tequila and the
girl.
wine.
I was a freshman when y'all was a senior. I'm
Yes,
right behind you.
that
Right
part.
behind you.
That part. Okay.
Jordan wasn't born.
I was
but
like,
go ahead.
Jordan.
So talk to me about these cruises. Why is it?
So, you know why we liked it? I took my mom and my sister and my nephew, and honestly, everybody had something to do.
Mm-hmm.
There was no entertaining anybody. My husband, he was like, "Hey, let's go to the couples game show." There was all kinds of stuff. No, it was so much
It is
fun.
so much stuff to do. on a
I'm
cruise.
telling you, it was so much fun. You would think it was corny.
Right.
We had a good time. The only thing I will say is that if you got 30,000 people, please don't expect gourmet food. It's
Okay.
not happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's not a
Buffet.
chef
You
back here
can
doing nothing.
pizza
It's
and
simply
hot
like,
dogs and wings and fries.
yes. And you
yeah.
might have a seafood night.
Uh-huh,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
With some crab
And then
legs
you're going to have
and
those
some cocktail
leftover
shrimp.
seafood as your breakfast
But you get
omelet.
to
Okay.
you get to
That
dock
part.
places too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we docked in the Bahamas. And what I've learned, somebody told me a long time ago when we went on our Disney cruise, it was like, when you dock, have the hotel that you like come pick you up and spend the day at the hotel.
Mhm.
And then they bring you back. So that's what we did. We spent a day at Baha Mar, kicked it.
Oh, I
loved
know
it.
you was
I
having a
was
lot
just
of
there
fun. I
last
love
month.
Baha Mar.
I
Yes.
love Baha Mar.
Yes.
girl.
I was just there last month.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's still
Mhm.
yes. At the top of the SLS.
And was.
I think
Love Yes.
Right.
I lost all my money in the casino though, but it was fun.
I do not gamble overseas.
Oh, I won some
Ooh.
money. The Bahamas was the first time. I remember I went to the Bahamas and I won $2,400 in 3 minutes, and that
What?
was it. I cashed out.
You're
Oh,
like, thank
cash
you.
out. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
At Baha
smart.
Mar, Atlantis.
It was at the Atlantis.
That was at Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Save you some
outside
money.
the Cove. Yes,
Outside.
yes,
I
yes.
don't want to
Right
dog out
outside,
the
right outside
Atlantis,
Noble. I was
yeah.
on the IG Magini machine.
Yes, I was like the genie too.
Yeah, I
She took my money, but I love her anyway.
She took my money.
I was like, this one looks friendly.
they trying to get you to come back then. Yeah.
Now, how long have you been married?
16 years going on 17 in July.
So what's the secret? You know, people always ask that.
Mhm.
But y'all seem like you really, and maybe it is, I don't know. I've heard people say maybe it is nice to be like, I miss you. You've been gone for 5 days.
No. First of all,
immediately.
I think as women and men, we do deserve our own space sometimes. You know, it is nothing like being able to just sit back and stretch out over your bed. You know, after 17 years of sharing a bed, imagine what it's like when you don't for that in
Right.
one, 2, or 3 nights, right? So it's great. But I think our secret to success has been what people say is probably a hindrance. They're like, she talks too much. But no, baby, that has been our secret to success. Me telling him what I need and him telling me what he needs and us coming to a happy medium. Okay.
I would have to agree. Toya does talk a lot, but hey, she said it's the key to her marriage. Let's continue.
Yes.
Because when you sit back and you just allow things to just happen and you don't really say, baby, that hurt me. Or baby, I need us to do better. Or baby, have you ever thought about this? You know what I'm saying? See the vision. Like we really have those type of conversations. And I told him, I said, I don't want to be that old couple that's not enjoying each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be that old couple on the cruise or on a vacation and we playing cards together.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
Bessie's but in
Yeah.
love.
And we just walk.
We at the comedy show laughing. together.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? I have a
Enjoying
great
dinner.
aunt who was like that with her husband. And I said, y'all laugh too much. Y'all get on my nerves. Like they can't stop laughing.
Right.
And I was like, what's your secret? And,
That-
and it has nothing to do with this finances because he makes less than her.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, but he undergirds me. She's like, when I'm in the bathtub, he comes and massages my shoulders.
And you can't put a price on that.
Mm-mm.
Baby.
Now, what about in the bedroom?
I don't know what they do in the bedroom.
No,
I
it's
don't wanna
about
know.
you.
She's talking about you,
I don't know
girl.
about
I'm talking
that.
about you.
Not
As far as
them.
me.
Okay, we're going to get to Toya's conversation about the bedroom, but let me read Sharon's comment. Sharon said, I love Eugene and Toya. They are my favorite couple, but they're my favorite too, Sharon. But if Toya didn't have a problem with her father cheating, how can she be comfortable that her husband won't? I can see Toya getting so comfortable just thinking that her man won't cheat. And those be the ones that surprise you sometimes because people don't like to be taken, for granted. And just when people get comfortable, you know. And at the end of the day, nobody should really get comfortable in their relationship because at any point, anybody can cheat. So that's what I have to say about that.
What's the secret to
The secret for me is changing it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want us to get complacent. You know, when we first started out, I remember we were in Bora Bora on our honeymoon, and I was like, baby, we are in a overwater bungalow. Let's do this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by that, right?
Yeah.
I was like, let's just let it all out. Okay. We literally are looking at the bungalow next to us, and they out there naked from New York. From New York while they playing. Okay.
Period.
Do y'all
Let's
remember
go.
us July 19th? Because we all had the same anniversary. And literally, Eugene was like, no.
Dr. Gundry, can age spots be removed? Absolutely. A common mistake is thinking that you can.
He would not. So it wasn't until 2 years ago. He was like, what you want to do? I said, you get naked? Outside? Hold on.
Okay.
So as long as you're at some point willing to change things up
Right.
in the bedroom, it's fine.
So
now he ain't gonna share.
Okay.
He's not gonna share.
So I feel like getting naked outside is a secret.
Yeah.
You gotta go streaking every now and then.
Yeah.
I love me a balcony. That's my specialty. Baby, I will tear a balcony up. You
Girl,
hear me?
it will scream for the people just
Baby.
because. Like,
I want them to look up.
Okay, and be like, what is that? I'm gonna come out the room and check out. And I was like, I was in 301.
Right. That was me.
Sorry.
Was they complaining? That
I
was
left
me.
the tip.
Yeah.
The nice one.
Now, did y'all know all these people like having sex outside with people watching? What do they call that? Voyeurism? Like, voyeurism is really a thing. Like, I can remember one time my family was on vacation and we were hanging out on the balcony having drinks or whatever. And we looked across at somebody in another hotel room, resort, whatever the case may be. They had their, windows, curtains wide open for everybody to see them having sex. Like, that is so disgusting. And like, people don't even consider the fact that kids might be watching. Like, if you want to do something like that at your house or whatever, but on vacation where a lot of people are with their kids, that is totally disgusting. Okay.
Yes.
Now you talked about though the celibacy
Yes.
and everything beforehand. Why do you think that was a bonus in order or something that laid down the groundwork?
Because like I said, I was in a relationship so much that I didn't know what it was like to date. So once I got my heart broke after that 4-year relationship, I was dating, honey. I was out there in those streets.
And how did you get your heart broke? What happened?
He's a cheater.
Okay. That's why you had trust issues.
And I was in love. You know what I'm saying? I really was. And he got somebody else pregnant. And
Whoa.
She good people though. She's good people now. She's good people.
Oh my God.
Yes,
You're
to this
so
day.
generous.
Hey girl, she's good people.
He got another girl pregnant, but she got
another
people.
she wasn't good people then, but she good people.
I'm gonna find that level of peace.
Yeah. And and forgiveness, and really and truly it's not our fault. You know what I'm saying? Men out there telling all kinds of lies. And so I think for me, I needed God to slow me down because I was dating all the people, the quarterbacks, and what you want to tell me? I was having a good time.
I know you was lit.
I know you was lit. Baby, I was lit. I had a whole book. It was gonna be called mastering my singleness.
Ooh,
It was
I want that book.
Jordan.
Okay, Toya, it sounded like you was out there being a hoe. It's okay, you know. A lot of people have hoe days back in their younger days, but that's exactly what that sounds like, Toya.
Jordan, can you pass the torch to Jordan?
Give me the notes, please.
Send the notes to Jordan because she needs that.
Girl, mastering your singleness. It was amazing. Okay. And I don't look back. I had a great time.
Yeah.
I did.
And you had to.
I did.
Like, I think that's important before you like, okay, now I'm done.
Yes. And you know what it did? It gave me a different perspective on what I needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't just need a guy that was going to hit it right, because that was easy. That was the easy part. I needed a guy that was patient. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the second thing on my list of trust, patience. Because I knew me. I'm a lot. You know what I'm saying? I am.
And should be.
And should be. And Eugene, he wanted a lot. And he was like, but I'm patient. I can handle her.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I got this. And it was like, okay, so what's next? And I was like, ooh, I just need him to be a family man. You know, and that's what he is. So he's all those things. I'm telling you. But those are the things that you look for after you've had the experience where you've dated the guys and it's just been for fun. You know what I'm saying? Because I went through that phase where I was like, people was like, well, how many are you going to date at a time? It doesn't matter. Because everybody fulfills something different for me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might have been the guy that I was having sex with at the time, but the other guy was the guy that I had a conversation with. The other guy was the guy that I traveled with. The other guy was the guy
the roster
that
for me.
I went to theater.
Yes, roster.
With. Yeah, it's a roster.
Yes, roster.
Look, Jordan loves this. That's her. That's her.
Right. I did
My
love
woman
it.
has a roster.
Oh my God,
You're not gonna
now
get
y'all know the edit's gonna be she had a roster.
So I've said this before on my channel, you know, so it sounds like Toya's experience when she was mastering being single really taught her a lot, you know, and she was able to pick a really great guy to be her husband and the father of her kids. Because I've always said it, Toya, you know, she had a good pick. She's a good picker because she picked a great guy, unlike those other women on the show. But that's another story for another day.
Way back when.
Way back when.
Way back
I
when.
had it way back when, 17, 18, 19 years ago.
How do you like the new cast members?
First of all, Brandy.
Okay.
And everybody's like, why are you shouting this girl out? Because dang it, we needed her. We needed somebody that brought that just regular. She's a regular girl.
Right.
And she's a boss. You know what I'm saying? And she's a mom, and she's a good mom. And her kids, when they see you, they don't even know you. Hi! And they're just so sweet. But that's a testament.
Okay.
To how
the
their
parents.
household
How
is.
they're-
Yes. And her husband, he loves her. Like, they literally just posted, and they were talking about how they met in high school.
Cup that tells the temperature. Wait for it.
You know, and
I love the new girl, Brandy. I've said it before. I love her. She's so down to earth without even trying. You know, unlike Mimi, it looks like she tries too hard and still misses the mark. I don't know that much about Angel. She doesn't, you know, talk a lot. I don't know, but I love Brandy on the show. So for this season, my favorite for this season is obviously Toya is my number one fave, then Simone, then Brandy. Those are my three favorite ladies on the show for this season.
they went back to their old high school to show the kids where they met.
That's so sweet. Can you imagine?
You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's now that's a
romantic.
foundation. Okay. We ain't breaking that. You know. Now these other people.
Uh-oh.
Okay. One of them, I ain't gonna look, it ain't me. I didn't produce the show. I'm not an editor. All I can say is that booty did way more talking than her mouth. Okay. And y'all know, and I ain't saying no names. Am I lying?
Okay, guys, who is she talking about when she says that booty did way more talking than her mouth? Now, my guess would be Dr. Heavenly, because I don't know if y'all paid attention to Dr. Heavenly in that gold one-piece jumpsuit. The jumpsuit was super cute because I love jumpsuits, okay? But Dr. Heavenly was looking so wide in that jumpsuit. I'm like, dang. Because I think maybe an episode or so ago, I was giving Heavenly her props because it really looked like Dr. Heavenly had been in the gym. But on this past episode, in that gold jumpsuit, Dr. Heavenly looked so damn wide. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she up under stress, but she has definitely started to put those pounds back on. So that's why you don't need to talk about people, because I think she made some comments about sweet tea or whatever the case may be. But baby, looking like pretty wide back there.
Okay, all right. So that part. Then the other one, she likes to think I don't like her, but really I don't know her like that.
Okay.
Okay, that's what Simone said. She said, "Toya, just say you don't know her. I don't know her."
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's fair.
Come on,
Yeah,
J-Lo.
So
I don't know
there's
that
room.
doctor.
I don't know her.
Yeah, there's room for growth.
How do you feel about Dr. Heavenly being a friend of the show right now as she's running for office? I've seen some thoughts.
This season is a very special season. I want y'all to really tune in because, that friend of the show, it came back to bite her. You know, when you try to make other people friends of the show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because y'all you guys are the OGs.
Okay. Who do y'all think she's talking about then when she speaks of Dr. Heavenly trying to make somebody a friend of the show? I think what she's referring to is the fact that Dr. Heavenly tried to make Sweet Tea a friend of the show against Quad, and now she's a friend of the show, and Quad is a main cast member. So that shit came back to bite her. I think she's speaking of Sweet Tea and Quad.
Okay,
you guys are the
don't come for no OG. Okay, unless you're really ready to come for it. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I can't wait.
Yeah, girls trip. Okay, the people was doing something crazy, but yes, absolutely. She's running for Congress. That's what she's saying.
You don't think it's gonna work?
Well, I look. I wish her the best, but I am not that person who's about to sit here and be like, "She black girl power." No. I don't care what color you are. I don't know what you're doing. Just be educated when you do it. You know what I'm saying? I watch other people. Crockett, she is amazing. That girl is educated.
Jasmine,
okay?
okay.
I don't care what y'all talking about. She can say however she wants, but she ready for the people. Heavenly is. I don't know if she's ready for those people.
Ooh, we're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
And I think it's an interesting twist.
And if she wins, who really winning?
What is that?
I'm just saying.
Okay, all
Who's really
right. Well, listen to.
I don't know about y'all, but I want my congressman or whatever position Dr. Heavenly is running for to be talking about how big their man penis is. Like, I just don't think politics and reality TV go together, but that's just my opinion.
We are tuned in, and I thank you so much for coming. I know this is not going to be your last time on the show.
No, absolutely not. I'm about to tune in from home. Y'all gonna be like, "Toy, just zoom her in. Just zoom her in. Let's talk about it."
No, but I appreciate you, and I think you know, just watching the evolution, the growth, the real conversation that you've been having on the show, and like I said, seeing like a great, successful Black family unit. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, and we are really
both of you are bringing a lot to the table.
Yes.
You know, is this the last house you think, or
so it's the last house until my sons leave? You know, one of my sons want to go to NYU or Penn.
Not mad at that. You'll be here.
Yeah, exactly. And my other son, he's thinking Howard, and so everything's on the coast, on the East Coast. So I might find myself over here. You know what I'm saying? Barry to Medicine, New York. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and set the OG up. You know, I got it.
And it looks like you were ready for your own show. So
I am.
If it was your own show, what would that plot be?
Ooh, I have a couple of different shows. I'm not gonna speak on one that we're working on, but I would love to do a cute little dating show.
Okay.
I do, or like a marriage show, comedic. You know, a comedic marriage show. Like, let me be the counselor.
Okay.
Let me sit there and talk to the people. Okay.
Come on, doctor.
You know
I mean,
what I'm
because
saying?
you got the experience.
People always complain, oh, how's she giving advice if she not well?
I lived it. I've been through it, and I understand. Okay, so I get it. Yeah, I may not say it all right. Maybe I had an interpreter over there say, well, what she really trying to say.
Let me put this in therapist language.
Maybe I put Mimi over there. Right when I say it.
But no, we appreciate you, and thank you so much for.
That was a great interview. And Sharon said, Heavenly got what she deserves. Karma is a B. Okay. Now she looking so sad around here. Like this season, I have never seen Dr. Heavenly look so sad. And the fact that, you know, she's starting to gain that weight back it says a lot. Like she's stressed, okay? But yeah, and I think it's funny that her and Quad was supposed to be friends, and she went behind Quad back and got Sweet Tea on the show, and now she's a friend of the show. You know, sadly, Sweet Tea is no longer there, but Quad is laughing in her face because Quad is getting her get back. Okay. And Sharon also said that that was a great interview. Absolutely. And guys, I'm so proud of Toya because I know that Toya being on reality TV is going to do exactly what it's supposed to do when you go on reality TV. It's supposed to open up the door for new opportunities. And I can definitely see Toya having her own show, being on GTV, helping other people find their dream homes. Like, I can just see her doing so much. And I think she has the personality for it to have her own show and just to do so much. Like, she doesn't need this show. She can handle her own, without being in a group setting. She's very creative. She's very smart. She's very business savvy. So I can see Toya doing amazing things in the future. And right now, I feel like she is the face of Married to Medicine. Okay. And I think it's time for them to switch some people out, you know, and I'll be okay with Simone remaining on the show, even if she got a divorce, because Simone is good TV, in my opinion. And Sharon says, me too. I would definitely watch if she got her own show at the end of the day. And I can even see Toya's kids being good for TV because her sons have great personalities and I can see them having their own family show. I really could. They're fun to watch. Her sons know how to cook, clean, they know how to do everything. So I feel like they'll be great for TV as well. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this live. And if you did not like the video on your way in, please like the video on your way out. And if you just happen to catch the replay, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Thank you guys for watching, and bye for now. Right back at you, Sharon Gottball. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.